Huh, guess what? I completely forgot my mouse pad. Oops. So you guys will most likely will hear my mouse sliding. Oh. Oopsies. That wasn't actually a planned thing. I really tried planning everything. It was really hard. Anyway, watch this shit. Whoa. Wait, give it a second. What the fuck was it? Why is it not working? Wait, give it a second, guys. Moment, please. Hello? Okay, whatever. Yeah, watch this shit, right? Watch this shit. Yeah, wasn't that fucking cool? I actually messed it up. Oops. Anyway, hello everybody. It's me, the Robe and the Chained. Yeah. Is my microphone not working? Why is my guy not doing anything? Okay. What the fuck? Can you guys hear me at all? You should. What the fuck? Why is my character not moving then? That's very weird. Look, I haven't streamed in like a long time. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I'm moving. I don't know what happened. But now I'm moving. Oh my god. I have been animated. Hello everybody, my name is RobeChained. I will be your storyteller for tonight. I see Kevin and Yum in the chat. In the YouTube and Twitch chat respectively. How are you people? How are you guys doing? I am finally back after a month of not being here. Oopsies. Sorry about that. I was taking a break. People who followed my Twitter actually knew that I was taking a break. Ho. Now, shall we put on some music? Today is going to be a very chill day. We're not gonna be doing basically anything. Except talking. Because I have lots of things that I wish to share with you guys. Let's put on our favorite Deltarune lo-fis. There we go. Oh man, is it good to hear the music again? Anyway, I am officially back. It's been a while. Because last month, the month of April, I was actually taking a break. I decided that I needed a good break from work, because up to that point I had worked for basically 2 whole years without a proper break, which is absolutely crazy. For those who don't remember, I am a video editor. I edit videos. I do shorts and videos, right? And the last video I made just before my break was absolutely was very tough. Not because the editing was crazy or anything, but mostly due to the fact that I had to do it in 9 days, and it was a 30-minute video, which was fucking crazy. However, I had a lot of fun. It was actually probably one of the most fun I've had with a video ever up until this point, which is insane. I'm not gonna say what it is, by the way. You guys will have to figure that one out yourselves. But I did edit for a pretty big YouTuber. Not as big as most people would consider big, but pretty big. Pretty decently big. And I also had to start looking for more work as well, because a couple of my contracts have expired. Well, not really. I don't really have such contracts, but this is the best way I can like describe that. So I've also been looking for more job opportunities, which will come with time. I have a couple of ideas. I'll most likely manage. But what I mostly did over the past month was absolutely fuck all. I did absolutely nothing. I haven't touched DaVinci Resolve a single fucking time in the month of April. Now, I was thinking that I was gonna get some videos for, you know, for myself done, for RobeChained, for the channel, which I have been getting to, by the way, just saying, okay? I'm just saying, I did start doing a video, which I will show you guys. I will give you a small sneak peek in just a second, once DaVinci Resolve loads up. But outside of that, I really have not done anything. I really thought I would, but I was just way too enthralled by doing anything but video editing. I did some more 3D modeling. I did some 3D animations in my free time. I bought the Crash Soon 3D low poly 3D modeling course. How many times am I gonna say 3D? Who knows? Someone must put up a counter for that. Hello? Oh, there it is. Yes, a small little teaser for everybody who is wondering what I've been doing in the past month. Look at this! Where am I? Here I am. Hi. Look at this! We've got almost a full video ready. Not fully. As you can see, it's about halfway done. But you guys should see it very, very, very soon. Isn't that exciting? Oh, I haven't done a short for myself for quite a while. Man, am I excited to post this one. It's actually a really cool short, and I'm really proud of it. I don't know why, but I put so much effort in my own shorts. Not to say I don't put any amount of effort in anything else I do, but for some reason it takes me so long. Maybe I have like a perfectionist complex with my own, you know, with my own works and my own things. Okay, maybe not to that extent, but for some reason I just take way longer to do my own shorts than if I were to do somebody else's. I think this video that I just showed you guys, up until now, I think I've been working on it for like fucking like 2 hours, 3 maybe. and it will most likely need another hour for it to be complete. But that's because it's a really cool topic, okay? Other than that, I finally almost completed my first ever rig, my first ever 3D model. What happened a couple of months ago is that I actually lost the Crashoon model that I made for myself, which I also worked on stream. I accidentally deleted the save file, and I had to start all over again. But this time I actually managed to model it properly by myself, mostly, without really looking at anything. And then the rigging came up, and weight painting is very scary. I still need to, you know, sit down and actually properly learn how to do weight painting. That shit is absolutely terrifying. But I decided, you know what? I need to make my own 3D models soon. I need to start making my own 3D models soon. And in order to do that, I need to somehow have I need to have a reference for those 3D models, right? Which actually led me to start drawing digitally. And we will actually do that this Wednesday. I suck massive balls. I cannot draw for the life of me, right? But I really need to learn how to do that, because I want to have some proper turnaround drawings. I want to have some proper reference sheets and all those sorts of things. Now I have a single drawing that I can show you guys. I technically did two, but the other one I cannot show you. I have this drawing. Whoa, look at that. I made this myself. Well, I mean, the chair is just a PNG. But the character, I did the character, right? I got some references online. I don't know why they aren't showing up here. Which is very strange. I don't think I deleted them. I don't know why they're not showing up here. But I did this one. This is Execution Club Teto from the Execution Club video of Teto. The song. And I'm very, 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 very happy on how this turned out. I think it actually turned out great. And as you can see, well, I mean, the hair is kind of weird, because I don't really know how to draw hair, especially this type of hair. It's kind of weird. But I'm very proud of how it turned out. I actually did post it on my Twitter, but I immediately shut it down, and I took down the tweet because I was scared. Because it looked so weird. You did a great job, thank you so much. I really tried with this one, and I will continue on trying, especially for your first time. Although it's not really my first time ever. Like, I have dabbled with stuff. I have dabbled with digital drawing a couple years ago, and every single time I try to do any form of digital art, I always gave up, mostly due to the fact that it fucking sucked. And it just took me, it took me a few years to realize that it will suck, and it will always suck until I start, you know, until I started actually practicing. So well, I've also been drawing cubes as well, so I can help myself with spatial awareness and also perspective, even though that perspective is a very advanced thing and is definitely not for me currently. But I will continue to draw, and I actually plan on drawing on stream as well, so I can actually, you know, force myself to do it. Because I just, for some reason, cannot sit down and actually draw for some reason. Maybe it will take a while until I actually feel like comfortable drawing, but I'm still trying to figure out the tablet that I'm drawing on, right? It's very weird. And I'm also still trying to figure out what kind of drawings I want to do, and how I want to do them, and what kind of brushes I want to use. As you can see, the drawing that I just showed you was a pixel art drawing, and you can actually find that to be similar to all of my other drawings that I've done for RobeChained. Even though those were made with a mouse, and this one was actually made with an actual proper, you know, tablet for drawing. It's very weird. I will get used to it though, eventually, someday. And everything just kind of leads into everything, right? I started mostly wanting to do 3D animation because 3D animation is actually very, very, very similar to video editing. It's actually surprising to how similar it is, at least to an extent, right? And then I was like, I need something to actually, you know, animate. Well, there are many, many, many different models and many different assets I can use online, which I mostly will do probably someday in the near future. I want to have my own assets. I want to have things, I want to have my own things, and I want to use my own stuff so that I can repurpose them for other things. Like, for example, I really want to have a RobeChained 3D model, mostly due to the fact that I really want to make some animations with it. Mostly so I can use them for you know, promotional purposes, or for the streams, or for scenes, or for just animations in general. Because animation is something that I'm really, 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 really excited to do and really excited to learn. But I do feel that I need to know many other things in order to get to animation. Well, not really, but it still would be nice to, like, have the general knowledge on what everything does and how every process is kind of, you know, what every process is for, and why everybody does all of these things in order to get to the final result. Recently, me and my chainlink assistant actually watched the Amazing Digital Circus, which was absolutely fantastic, by the way, except the first episode. The pilot was kind of weird. I didn't really like that one, but every other episode after that was actually really fucking good. I did the grave mistake of thinking that it's cringe and weird because of the community surrounding it, which I should stop doing. And, you know, just watch the fucking media for myself. And the animation in that series is absolutely fantastic, especially given the fact that it's an indie series. Right? It would seem my guest is here. Oh my god. Hello.
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 Hello. What's up, bro?
Oh my god. Okay, awesome. And I have many things to look forward to. Anyways, as I was saying, for a 3D animation, I watched the Digital Circus. It looked fucking fantastic, especially for an indie animation, and that really kind of impacted my view on what I can actually achieve for myself. But I still have a long way to get to that point, right? My biggest concern, which was actually one of my concerns for when I started video editing, is I don't have any assets. I just don't have anything to work with, which is something I struggled with a lot when I started video editing, and I'm still struggling right now with 3D animation. And 3D modeling and art and everything, right? References are everywhere. In fact, the internet has basically everything you needed to have. Yet it's still really hard to find the right references for you, because there is so much online. There is so many things you can try to learn that it can get really overwhelming at a certain point. Which is why I'm still trying to like kind of learn how to learn, right? I think it's a very important skill to teach yourself on how you can learn things in the future, right? On which things you want to focus on for a specific thing. For video editing, and I'm gonna use video editing a lot, because that's kind of, you know, my only point of reference, because that's like the only thing I'm actually good at. Everything else is kind of like a side hobby. But video editing I can actually like use as a point of reference, because this is basically my job. That's how I feed myself. That's how I pay the bills. So when you look at video editing, when I started doing video editing, it took a while. It took me a long while to figure out what I wanted to actually focus on. And I had to go through like 4 to 5 different genres of editing in order to finally find the one that I actually like doing, which would be editing for VTubers, right? I mean, not saying that VTubers have a single style, but I think you can get what I mean. Most VTubers have this sort of editing style in their shorts mostly, which I have gotten accustomed to and I have built for myself, right? In fact, I actually pride myself in the fact that I have a pretty decently unique style. Not too unique, right? But it's a unique enough style to like warrant people to actually seek me out. And due to that, I've worked with huge, ginormous fucking VTubers, right? And right now, this is what I'm trying to kind of figure out with everything else I wanna try and learn. Where do I start and what do I focus on is my biggest concern when it comes to basically everything. Now, thankfully, I have a lot of artist friends, at least for, you know, digital art. I have a lot of artist friends. I have a whole server that's just basically filled with just artists, right? And my chaining assistant is an artist herself, so I have basically grown up around artists. And it's actually kind of surprising that it took me so long to actually sit down and actually start, you know, doing digital art. Considering that I basically grew up with at least a few artists on my side through basically all of my life. Every single like major friend that I've had, every single person that I've talked to, you know, kind of extensively has been an artist. Most of them, at least, not every single one, that's an exaggeration, but most of them were, right? And thankfully I have a lot of resources and a lot of people that can help me actually learn how to properly draw. In fact, one of my friends who is an artist told me that I should focus on drawing shapes, for example. Now, again, this is like very, not again, I have, what the fuck? Now, this is a very subjective topic. Everybody will have a different, you know, feeling and a different opinion on what is actually the most important thing you need to learn for digital art. For me personally, I think it would be shapes. Now, I don't know if that's the correct answer for me specifically, because every single person is completely unique in their own way, and every single person needs their own way to learn. But for me personally, I've been gravitating towards just, you know, basic shapes. Because when you think about it, every single like good art style has shapes in them. At least that's what I've heard of, you know. So I want to try focusing on shapes and focusing on drawing shapes well. Because right now, yesterday, for example, or was it the day before that? I don't remember, but a couple of days ago, I sat down and I wanted to draw a couple of boxes in perspective. In fact, I can actually show you the exact picture that I got for myself. It's this one right here. This is what I wanted to draw, right? It's a couple of boxes stacked on top of each other in perspective. And holy shit, was that fucking basically impossible for me to for some reason. I seriously don't know why, but just look at this. It's impossible to me. I don't know why. As you can see, it looks very weird, right? So I think the thing I want to do the most right now is learn how to properly draw shapes. And once I do that, I should be able to easily translate those skills into drawing bodies, for example. But all this drawing talk actually does lead me to the other thing I actually did in April. I made this tweet a couple of days ago, right here. I made this tweet right here. Currently in Thessaloniki, Greece for the Comic-Con. So I was actually at the Comic-Con there. which that was a couple of days ago, and I drew this. Wow, very, very talented, I know. Talented artist here. Oh my god, talented artist RobeChained. And I was there because of my chaining assistant, because she was actually selling art there. We were there for 3 days, and every single day we were there for like 11 hours straight. On foot. There were so many people. It was actually terrifying, right? It was so hard for me to like keep my composure, because I'm fucking awful when it comes to like huge gatherings. I feel stressed out and I just feel like scared. Okay, maybe not scared, but I do feel nervous around so many people, because it's kind of hard for me to like sit down and actually talk to somebody, right, in such situations. Because when you look, I even took a video on my phone of the event, right? The event itself was absolutely in an absolutely gigantic hall. It was at the exhibition center, and I'm pretty sure the event was split into 3 different exhibition halls. One for like the general area, the entrance of the hall, the entrance of the con. Then the artist alley, which me and my chaining assistant were in, selling stuff, and then the gaming hall. And all 3 were absolutely gigantic. In fact, in our exhibition hall, in the artist alley hall, there was actually a meet and greet section where the music composer for Silent Hill was there for the original games, which was insane. That was absolutely fantastic. Now, I sadly didn't have the chance to actually, you know, meet and greet them because the amount of people there were so much that it just wasn't going to happen, right? I was needed at the art booth that I was on because I was a helper. I was needed to help, and I just couldn't afford to sit there for like fucking 20 minutes, maybe even 30, just so I can get like an autograph, right? And not only, there were actually a lot of different people. I'm pretty sure there was one Disney artist, a Disney animator as well, which was also really cool. And a couple of different voice actors and comic creators and really talented and cool people. It was my first time really, it was actually my first time going out of Bulgaria, right? And it was my first time seeing such a large anime convention. Or like comic convention or whatever. It's mostly anime, right? Anime and video games. And while I've been on a lot of these because, you know, again, my chaining assistant, I'm kind of basically obliged to help her. I've never seen such a huge one. It was absolutely gigantic. And it was also 3 days. Usually a convention like this only lasts about 2. This one was 3. And the first day was like very chill because it was Friday, and from what from what I gathered, Greek people on Friday don't really like going outside, which is absolutely completely understandable, especially if you have like a 9 to 5. And everything was actually very chill. There weren't that many people. You could actually like sit down and actually talk to the people around you. And then Saturday came and the fucking hall was so full of people. It was actually... It was scary. It felt claustrophobic. I could barely move from one side of the hall to the other. Thankfully, I didn't need to, and I, you know, had the privilege of sitting down at a chair all day. But whenever I would like want to go and, you know, check the other artists in the artist alley, for example, it would take me like 10 to 15 minutes in order to get around the whole hall. It was huge. It was absolutely ginormous. And again, I mean, so many talented artists, by the way. There were some really cool artists. Some of them I actually got to like speak to for a bit. Our neighbors actually were really cool. One of them was a comic artist who makes his own comics. We actually got one of his comics, and I still need to read it, but I will. And then the other guy was a D&D artist. Well, not an actual official D&D artist, but he was a fantasy artist, basically, right? And his art was so surprisingly good. It was actually insane. I just couldn't really restrain myself. I really needed to get something from him, and I actually got myself a drawing of a dwarf with like a huge fucking sword on it. Because I'm a huge dwarf fan. Which actually reminds me that the Deeper Galactic Rogue Core is going to come out soon, and I'm wondering, should I play that on stream? Decisions. It's gonna come out on the 20th, so on Wednesday. My God, why is it on Wednesday? That's when I'm gonna stream. Oh no. It's actually not good. So yeah, that's kind of basically what I did. That's basically all I've done for the past month. Now, streams will resume, and I will actually get a short done soon as well, which I'm very excited to show you guys. I'll start getting some more things for a RobeChained done. And on Wednesday, I will try my best to draw something. I still don't know what it's going to be. It's not gonna be fucking cubes, that's for sure. Like, no way it's gonna be just cubes, right? I'm gonna like actually try to draw something, most likely myself, because I do need some more art from myself, especially for Twitch and the little about me section. I do need some art for that. But we'll see once we get there. It's still a bit, you know, I have a couple of days until then. But yes, that's basically all I wanted to say. I think this will be it for the stream. Very short stream. I really don't have anything else much to talk about except maybe like video games, but who fucking cares? Actually, no, I care. I started playing Darkest Dungeon and it's like the best fucking video game of all time. Holy shit. Okay, but you know, otherwise that's going to be it. Chat isn't too active today, so I can't really listen to your guys' days, sadly. So if anybody is watching the VOD, I hope you have a wonderful day. And yes, I'm gonna go like actually meet the guest that's supposed to be here. That's in my kitchen right now. Because I haven't seen him in like fucking forever. Holy shit. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. I can't wait to get some art done. I will try to figure out what I want to draw. It would most likely just be me. RobeChained. Oh, cat. Hello. What the fuck is the cat doing here? Oops. It was hiding in the scene. Okay, everybody, goodbye. I'll see you guys next time on Wednesday. Yay!